move on now to talk with Mical Jeanlys-White of Wealthmore. We want to talk to you about this app that you've created. Welcome to Win TV.
Thank you, Denise. Thanks for
And
having me.
tell me, make sure I said it right. Jeanlys.
Jeanlys-White.
White. Okay. All right. Just want to make sure I got that right. So thanks for coming. So tell us, what is Wealthmore all about?
Well, we're solving a pretty basic problem. We want to make access to expert financial advice available to everyone. And we wanted to also create a community around it so that we could address some of the issues around wealth creation, wealth retention, getting great financial advice. And frankly, I just want to see more people like me and more people who didn't grow up talking about investing. I want to see them investing.
Yeah, it's it's interesting because I hear more people saying they want to learn about investing, but they don't always know where to go to get that information. Or if they're reading information, which we all now go online and we Google things, but there's no one actually on the other side to sort of explain what it is. And then I want to ask you this question. It's like you get the information, it's like double dutch. How do you know when to jump in?
I so agree with you, right? I feel like finance is one of the only places where we want you to be both the patient and the doctor, and it's just not right. And what we've done at Wealthmore is allowed you to be the person who wants to grow your finance and let our certified financial planners help you. So we took investment portfolios and we put an advisor against it. So when you invest in that portfolio, that advisor is telling you exactly what's going on with your money. How is inflation impacting it? How is the global markets impacting it? You shouldn't have to do that homework. Let us do it. But then we took it a step further and made it on demand. So if you have a question about home buying, college planning, insurance, protection, right in our app, you can speak to one of our advisors and pose those questions and get those answers right away. I think one of the biggest problems is we've sort of told people to Google, and those answers are not specific to your unique situation.
No, I just, it's. I wish we had an image of the app. I'm sorry we didn't pull that together so folks would know what it looks like and how to download it. But I'm sure it's very easy to do. But what is the entree like? I mean, when you first get into the app, what do you have to do to get engaged?
I would encourage everyone to go to wealthmore.net, pre-register today. We go live in August.
Okay.
But as soon as you download the app, you would be presented with our onboarding coach, and you would answer a few questions about how you invest, how you think about investing, and what your top 3 financial planning goals are. And from there, we give you some recommendations for portfolios. But then you're also immediately seeing who your financial advisory team is, and you can start working with them directly. It's that easy.
Mical, what is your background, and how is it that you got so invested in this?
Got it. Well, it's not by accident. I'm a former Wall Street executive. I spent most of my career on Wall Street looking at, people and their money, particularly on the credit side and the borrowing side. And frankly, I just got frustrated hearing all these statistics about the wealth gap, Black people, women, everyone has a wealth gap. And I'm just not the kind of person who likes to admire a problem. I like to get to work and try to fix it. And with technology, we can do that. And here we are now with an app ready to go live to bring customers on. And then we also created a community experience around it. I'm a first-generation American. One of the communities you can join on Wealthmore is First Gen Wealth. We just wanted to make it easy, accessible, and human.
Well, I say ditto to you because, I've been in this news business for a few years. And, it's interesting how every year some investment company or bank or whatever, I mean, it continues to happen. We get these press releases and these stories about what Black folks aren't doing with their money.
Yeah.
And, and the question always is, well, we know that, right? So what is your job? And now you've come up with an app. It's being proactive to say, look, these are options, and this is something we need to think about. So when we talk about entering into this um, wealth building arena, I mean, what kind of money do folks need to have?
Yeah.
Because we don't have the incomes either.
Yeah, Denise, I want to touch upon this because I think it's super important. We need to stop shaming people. And that's probably one of my biggest pet peeves, right? When people say, oh, the wealth gap, why aren't Black people, why aren't Latinos, why aren't women making more? Well, frankly, as a Black woman, I made 67 cents to the dollar. It's kind of hard to close the wealth gap when you're not getting paid as much.
Right.
I think we need to stop doing that shame game, the blame game. We know all of the issues around generational wealth building, and we sort of put those things aside and talk to our users as the humans that they are who are looking to build wealth, and let's meet them where they are and let's focus on the future. So you can start investing with us, which is with as little as $1,000 in our Invest Plus plan. We get you started. And then we have plans with our Premium Advice and our Premium Advice Plus plan for those who may have more assets that they're ready to start investing.
You gave us a little bit earlier, Mical, the place where we can go and sign up. Can you share that with us again? Because we want to put that on the screen.
Absolutely. Please pre-register at wealthmore.net, and also follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Wealthmore for All. We stand by this. Wealth is for us all. And we want to change the way the world sees investors to include us all.
And at times like this, I know the business community is hearing a lot of this, that, the money that's been circulating so much over the last couple of years now is beginning to slow down because people don't know what the economy is going to look like in 2024. So is that the kind of information folks can get from the site, the app as well? I mean, sort of information on how what public policy or other issues are impacting
Yeah.
investing.
Denise is absolutely right. We live in a macro economy, so we post things about how inflation will impact your money. We posted things for people to think about the student loan relief and how that will impact. These are all things that impact your day-to-day financials, but it also impacts your long-term view. But we also want people to habituate investing. Right? Just like if you're going to the doctor once a year, we want you investing on a monthly basis. We want you to take it out as soon as possible and keep that habit going, because investing is a long-term journey. And when the markets are in turmoil, it's also opportunities for people to get in at lower price points and see more valuation appreciation over time.
So you invest money, right? When do you get a return on that investment? How long does it take for people to really see the benefit of the investments that they've made?
So if any investment professional promises you a return, you should run. No one has a crystal ball.
Right.
So if anyone is promising you, I can get you a 30% return, you should run, because no one can sort of look into the future. But what we do know is the historical performance of the market. And historically, those returns have been anywhere in the 8 to 10%. And so that's what we look at to sort of guide us around. Here are some really good performance targets to try to aim for. But if anyone is telling you I have a guaranteed return for you, don't walk, run.
All right. That's probably the best advice we've heard all day, which is great. So this is wonderful, I think, project that you've, I don't want to call it project, but opportunity that you're creating for the community. And once people sign up or register, will they still have access to somebody they can talk to?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That to me, so when I think about people who are sort of, the ultra rich, they have what is known as a family office. They have a group of people that help them with their money. It's not an accident that they're getting richer and they're growing more wealth. The advice makes a difference. And what we strive to do is to make sure that advice is always readily available so that people don't make those known mistakes, like not having enough insurance, not having an estate plan, and having the wealth that they create end up in probate courts. Those are the things we want to do to prevent and
Mhm.
ensure that you are one building but safeguarding.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, Mical, I want to thank you so much. We again, our shows are so short, and there's so many questions. We want people to put them in the chat if they have them. We certainly will direct them to you, and keep the lines of communications open. I look forward to reading more and seeing more about the launch in August. And but you want folks to register now, which makes a whole lot of sense. Let's get ahead of this game. And thank you that you came here to share it with us.
Thank you for having me, Denise. And I hope all your viewers will join us on this journey. Wealth is for us all.
Wonderful. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All righty, Mical. Thank you.
Thank you, Denise.
All right. Have a great day.